Hi everyone, and welcome to ISD676. I am your instructor, Angela, and I will be walking you through our class content and facilitating this class. Note I didn't say teaching, it will be facilitating. Um, this is where I am. This is where I am in the iSchool. This is the Smart Grid Lab. I have been involved in this project for a couple of years where we actually explore the adoption of smart meters by electrical utilities and how that has been adopted, how technologies have actually been adopted, and how it's actually transforming the services and the products that are provided by electrical utilities. Um, we also look at smart meters, and it's the data that's acquired from smart meters and how that actually impacts privacy of customers. So that's one of the actual concerns that from the the customer perspective as well as the utility perspective, especially with the whole GDPR that came out in May of this year and addressing privacy policies that utilities currently don't have actually. Um, so a lot of that is actually being developed to sort of cover themselves. Um, but I'm digressing again. Uh, so prior to that, I graduated from the PhD program here at the iSchool, but my actual doctoral research is much different in big data. Actually, I was involved in using non-textual approaches to teaching people, students, literacy. And I did focus on information literacy, but the idea that was sort of a springboard into actually jumping off into thinking about computing as a literacy, so coding as a literacy. I know libraries, more and more libraries are actually embracing that and serving that function, especially within school libraries. So I have been actively involved in working with young children in getting them up to speed with coding and embracing STEM topics and STEM um, classes and getting that comfort level. So I've worked with instructors and trying to make this more easier transition as students move forward in their K to 12 education. But here at SU, primarily I do research, and on the other side, I also do inst- um, instruction or teaching. So I teach. This is one of my classes I teach, but I primarily you would find me in the IM area teaching programming, teaching 621 change management. Those are some of the courses that you would find me actually being involved with. I've been teaching here at SU since 2006, and this was one of the classes that I taught really early then. I taught one of the first iterations of IC 676 where we actually looked at it from the perspective of digital libraries, very much looking at managing digitization, how you go about doing digitization. It very had that digitization component, which you wouldn't really find in this version. We sort of looking at it from the very high level management view of, so we have modified the class to really embrace that and integrate it with data so you have a broad perspective. That's why one of the reasons I ask is that you identify which domain that you are interested in and moving forward with. So, what else is there about me? I'm currently involved in writing up a proposal together with other colleagues on a project that increases the internet connectivity of the Liberia, the country of Liberia. As you know, they have survived civil war and they had a terrible Ebola outbreak. Now they're looking to grow, and we're working with two foundations, the Gates Foundation and the Paul Allen Foundation, to sort of make that happen. We're working with a company known as MCON that where you can actually have connectivity through a backpack where we use unused spectrums to bring internet to schools and of course we playing around with the idea of actually using it for digitizing medical records. So that would be interesting. A lot of times, digitizing of medical records is such a challenge because it also has to take into account the cost or the insurance side, which can be really, really challenging. And having those crosswalks from one system to another system can be, and well, it's actually always a showstopper, and it's really, really a challenge. But again, I digress, but that's just sort of some of the things that you find me being involved with. Um, I'm looking forward to hear from you all. I'm interested to hear how you view this course, what got you into thinking about doing this class. I think a lot of the course content that we offer in this class would eventually sort of seep its way into those of you who are in the LIS field, into the 511 component, because I feel that we find, especially those of you who are in the LIS program, more and more you're finding yourself having to manage digital data, digital information, as opposed to the analog books and so on. So that hybrid nature of information is slowly being eroded. I mean, you can somewhat argue against it, but I think more and more we find that the management of data and systems it's becoming more and more of a mainstay, especially within libraries as they actually transform the way they actually operate. So I'll just wrap up here and just say it's great to meet you all. Looking forward to hear from you, and I think it'll be a really great class. It's a small class that makes it very much connected. And I was thinking about having group work initially when I started thinking about the class, but I think we would actually work and make it just open where we collaborate at an open level. So we share all our assignments. Hopefully that will be okay with everyone. But if not, let me know. And let's move forward. And as the class develops, I'll make some subtle changes to the syllabus and maybe the calendar. But I think that more or less things would be pretty standardized as you see with the syllabus and the calendar. But any questions, any concerns, please reach out to me, and I'll post my phone number as well if you need to have a one-on-one conversation, which I like to do as the class progresses. Usually in the midpoint, I try to reach out and we have a one-on-one to just have a sense of how things are going, what exactly worked for you. You will notice that the first assignment that I have for the class is to think about a job that you are interested in. If it's a digital information management job or a digital focus job, and share that and think about some of the roles that you can play as you move forward in this program. So that's it from me, and I will be hearing from you soon. Looking forward to it, and welcome again to IST 676. Bye for now.